Okay, in honor of me moving and not being able to take any of these with me, I thought I would give a bookshelf tour and kind of show you what we're working with. And this will help me document if I bring any books back or if I'm just feeling real sad, homesick, and want to look at my books, then I can look at this. We should probably start on the top shelf. Up here, we have, I can't remember when, but I finished watching Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and I needed to know what was gonna happen, and I didn't like the cliffhanger, so I went and got the books, the manga. So this is 14 through 23, which actually isn't even the end. That's probably about when I bought them, was 23. The English one had just been released. So I bought from the end of, I think the end of season 2 to what had been released. And then the rest I just read online from someone else translating it. Really sad. It's really sad. Same thing with Demon Slayer. I think I actually have some of the Hashira training arc or some of the most recent season that came out because it hadn't come out when I went and bought these. And so I went and bought to the end and read the end. So I only have half, which probably pisses people off, but I don't really care. And of course, on top of them, I really was never a Funko Pop person. In fact, these are the only ones I have. But I was at Big Five, or whatever it's called, and they had Itadori Megami with the little dog. Speaking of, I may be obsessed. They had those three. Actually, before that, this is 3D printed. You can probably tell because Gojo is white. Not even just his hair. His hair is actually kind of purple because I painted it. But I never finished painting it because it needs to be sanded. I don't have time for that. But those ones were each like $5, Big Five. So I was like, you're coming home with me. And then this one just came out in May. It was like a GameStop exclusive or some shiz. But I was like in the middle of studying for finals and decided to get it because it was like a little treat to myself, you know? Look at it. Like, are you kidding? Like, how could I not buy that? I think it was like $20, which normally I would not spend that much on something like this. But, like, how could I not? That partition.
Driver at the partition, please.
There was a fan up there. That partition thing I got in Virginia on my mission. I didn't steal it, but I did slightly manipulate someone into giving it to me. I was like, that's really cool. Where'd you get it? And they were just like sitting, they had like 3 of them. So I don't feel that bad, but also like I knew what I was doing. So anyway, that's some origami. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's like an origami tower. I went through a phase. I built that. Smisky, love that guy. Flippy Clock. I asked for a Lego bonsai. I'm gonna zoom in. I asked for a Lego bonsai and Maddie got me that, which I love, honestly. I keep it. This is a shot glass from Venice. I went to Italy last year and I didn't buy anything. And my sister was at a thrift store, again, Madison, in Vegas, and it was there, so she bought it. So, I mean, I lie sometimes and tell people that's where I got it. But also, I think it's just funny to say that I got it from her. Rubik's Cube, also from Maddie. She's like 3 and 3 for things on my shelf. I like Rubik's Cubes, but I used to be like obsessed with them. And she made me one with pictures of just me, and some of them are kind of falling off. Granted, this is like probably 10, honestly, maybe even 15 years old. Like, it's so old. So it's doing great. Can't turn it at all. Mod Podge kind of glued it together, but who cares? It's for decoration. So, and then of course Lego Orchid, because why not? I got this abacus at an estate sale because it looked cool. It's in my fidget toy rotation, and I actually learned how to use it, and it's kind of genius. So they were really thinking. And then all of these books. Okay, I'll go through the books really quick, but it's the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse is on top. It's like a children's book, but it's like Someone should make an edit of it to like Billie Eilish or something. Maybe I will. Maybe I'm gonna become an editor. I don't know. So sad, but so good. I don't know. It's just like a very emotional children's book, but the illustrations are beautiful. I think they're done with watercolor and they're beautiful. There's actually a Disney short and it's like just animated of the book, but anyway, it's really good. And then for the real people, I have Wizardology, Oceanology, Dragonology, and Egyptology. Me and Maddie got Egyptology from Barnes & Noble first, I think. We have the smaller one, and it was so cool that we went back and got Dragonology and Wizardology. I can't remember where Oceanology came from. I think it's Maddie, but we got that a lot later. Like, I think she got that in college or something. I can't remember. And then I have 3 Minecraft books because Minecraft, one of them's Epic Bases. It's like inspiration for building bases. It's actually so cool. Google it. And then one of them's Minecraft Maps. That one just looks cool. Actually, I can't remember if I bought that or someone bought it for me. But the illustration in it is really cool. So it's on the roster, of course. And then Storyteller's Handbook. That's from my friend Sophia down in St. George. It's literally just pictures. So who knows? When I have kids, I come up with the story. You know, I love to tell stories. I do it all the time in life. So, boom. I'm gonna try and be quick about this because this is gonna be a long video. Cool. Okay, so starting off here, we have I feel the whole bookcase is it's somewhat organized, but also I don't know. It probably could be more cohesive, but I don't really care too much. The entire top shelf is pretty much all young adult fiction. A lot of it is dystopian. Starting off strong with Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, because they're so good. I also have 4, the prequel that's from 4's perspective, 10 out of 10. Hunger Games, quintuplet, or whatever the fork you call it. Babel, and if I was going to be here, Catabasis would go on top of that. As you can see, I'm running out of Dune. I have 2 copies of Dune because I had the original and then I liked it and so I wanted the rest, so I just got the box set because it was cheaper than individual books. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is Morningstar. I was borrowing my friend's copies of Red Rising and Golden Sun and Morningstar, but then she moved to Hawaii. #L Kirsten. JK, I love you so much. I want to come visit still, so please don't move. But she moved in the middle of Morningstar, so I legitimately I think it was during finals or something, so I could not finish it. So I just went and bought one. And then I'm currently reading Iron Gold. So many like colors. I mean, that's what it's about, but it just hurts my brain. And I need to read Dark Age and Lightbringer. It makes me so sad because I love reading physical books and I do love my Kindle, but since I have these physical books, it's like hurts to leave them. This is it was very underrated or I don't know about underrated, but very slept on, very underground until they made a movie, and it's still it's the Chaos Walking series. So Knife of Never Letting Go, The Ask and the Answer, and Monsters of Men. The movie I think didn't do too great, even though it had Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, Nick Jonas, Mads Mikkelsen. There's probably someone else, but I'm forgetting. Great books. If you're looking for romance, that's definitely not the book you should read because there's none of that. I mean, it's like the slowest burn possible. Like the ultimate slow burn. So if you like that, be prepared because this will test your limits, I fear. Super good. The Mountain in the Sea, haven't read that yet, but it seems super interesting. The Scythe series, I'm pretty sure they're making a show. 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you like Hunger Games, Divergent, it's very like future dystopian. So Immortal Longings, I'm pretty sure there's a second book out now, but I bought it because like how can you not buy that? Immediate purchase. Actually a good book too. I'm actually not done with it. I think I'm halfway through, but it's really good. I can't remember why I stopped. I think I had to. It wasn't by choice, really. I had to, whatever. And I just haven't gone back. This, I can't remember the name of the series, but it's like Renegades, Arch Nemesis, Supernova, Superheroes, Dystopian. Recommended by the Mackenzie Howder, so of course I had to get him. I started the first one, but I had just finished reading another like young adult fiction book, and so I was just kind of like, I think I need something else. Haven't been back to it. I do really want to read it because it was exciting, but I just was like, I need something really sad or some like nonfiction or whatever. I don't know. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I've dipped my toe into the Brandon Sanderson universe because everyone always talks about how great they are, and it does seem really good. I'm excited, but haven't finished or really even started. So I bought these because I started watching Extrapolations on Apple TV, and then I saw that they had a show called Silo, and I watched the first episode and was like, wow, this is really good. It's reminding me a lot of like Ember or City of Ember and kind of like Fallout maybe. And so I decided I want to read the books first, and I'm glad because I've read the first one and it was really good. And so I need to read the other two and then watch the show, whatever. If you see my TikTok, you see me talk about these. I also bought these because the covers are kind of cool. I think I also saw a TikTok about them, and anyway, the TikTok convinced me, and I don't regret reading them, but I haven't finished the last one, probably never will. Moving on, we have this beautiful, probably can't even tell, but it's a book nook that I built. It took me, I kid you not, I think 35, maybe 40 hours of work, because I'm an electrician now, I am a carpenter, a botanist, like you name it, because I built a small village in there. It's crazy. From scratch, pretty much. But it was fun. 10 out of 10. Also from Maddie, so shout out to her. Okay, these ones are a little bit like lighter YA fiction, so not necessarily dystopian. It's more so just like YA romance. We got like John Green in there. Looking for Alaska, Holding Up the Universe, Anatomical Shape of a Heart. We Who Paved the Milky Way. I actually haven't read this one yet, but I heard good things about it. This one I think is more dystopian because it's like in space. So, Extraordinary Means. I hated The Silent Patient, I won't lie. Circe, Meet Earl and the Dying Girl, Eleanor and Park, Remarkably Bright Creatures. They Both Die at the End series, Family of Liars. These I really loved in high school, and like We Were Liars was really good. I read those a lot my senior year in between AP Lit books just because I needed a little bit of a reprieve, but all really good. Alice in Wonderland, I talked about it in my TikTok. This is kind of in a temporary spot because it technically should probably be by the classics. Not technically, it should be by the classics. This is Pluto. Put some respect on his name. My very first Webkins was a frog like that, but it was like a Lilkins, I think, the like smaller ones. So he was just tiny. Love him, I miss him, I don't know where he is, so that's really sad. But we're pretending this is him and that he grew up. And also from Maddie. The Aragon series because I bought Murtaugh and my friend told me that I would really like him, and I haven't read him. And I'm pretty sure I read the first one in elementary school because I like remember it vaguely, but I was not really much of a reader back then, so we'll miss them. The Will of the Many. This is a book talk book. I really hope to get to it before I leave, if not Kindle. And then this is more like classics, or I should probably know the term for it, but it's more like lit fic type beat, if you know what I mean. A lot of the more heavy hitting stuff, so like Secret History, that's over there, but I've got Demon Copperhead, the Heaven and Earth grocery store. Then we have Go Set a Watchman, which I just got same place I got Alice in Wonderland. It was this cool bookstore in the mall in a place that is south of here. To Kill a Mockingbird because it's classic. River Swimmer, I have never read that, and I got it from Maddie, I think. And it just feels like this vibe, so it's there. East of Eden, heard really good things about that. I really want to read it too. Poisonwood Bible, same author as Demon Copperhead. I actually remember my high school English teacher was reading this, and one of the other teachers was reading it at the same time as her, and they both had really good things to say. And I love this author, so. A Little Life, this was a huge book talk book. More Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. This one's tiny. It's like 100 pages. I haven't finished it, but it is a nice little in-between read. But The Little Liar, I got this I randomly go to the book section at Smith's because sometimes they have good stuff. And this one, I feel like it had, it has like a little bit of damage. I mean, not really, but they gave it to me. It was already marked down. I don't remember how much it was, but I think it was like 20, but it was marked down to like 15. And I don't know if it was marked down because of that, because it was by a bunch of other markdown books, like lots of them. And so I asked them, I was like, hey, it has a little bit of damage. Can you take even more off? Sorry to be that person. I wasn't annoying about it, I promise. And the lady was like, oh, absolutely. She's like, I think it's so great that kids your age are reading. And I was like, kids? Thank you. I don't know if I had like shaved at the time. Honestly, maybe I had because I was working at the temple and I had to be clean shaven for that. So I looked like 12 years old, which I'll take it, honestly. Wear sunscreen, kids. I only wear it on my face, but that's what matters. Okay, 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Same author. Crazy, because I think they're very different books. But my original copy of The Alchemist, this thing is somewhat ran through. It has like the flaps that go on the inside of the page, but this one, I love this edition because the cover, like, it's just very aesthetically pleasing, but I have it all marked up and stuff because all-time favorite book of all time. Forever. Did I say of all time? Okay. Poppy War. This is another petite. I mean, it's not petite this way, but this way. That's same author as Babel. That was random. That came out in like 2015. It was randomly in the Smith's book section last week when I was looking there. I was like, just that one, not even the series. So I was like, I'll take it. In fact, I might take that one with me. I don't know. Clara and the Sun. This is by Kazuo Ishiguro. Same person that wrote Never Let Me Go. I got this at the thrift store because it looked cool. But also because I had heard good things about Never Let Me Go. Same author, so I figured it's probably good. Arcadian Days. My friend Kirsten, Hawaii Girl. She got that for me for my birthday 2 years ago. And it's kind of like mythology, but more modernized. Similar to like Circe and Song of Achilles, but a little less informal. Like, it's still pretty formal, but it's really good. And it's nice because it's like separate stories. So I'm like maybe halfway through, but you can stop at different stories. Yellowface by R.F. Kuang as well. A little bit different, well, a lot different genre than her other ones. I don't even know what genre you would put it in, but it's kind of YA. All the Light We Cannot See. I don't know how I skipped that one. World War II historical fiction, point of view of a young blind French girl and a young German orphan boy. And the back and forth is crazy. It's sad, I'll tell you what. But it's really good. And they made a TV show, I think, on Netflix. I haven't watched it, but same author, Cloud Cuckoo Land. That book was probably one of the first books I read after my mission that I was like, I need to be reading books because this was insane. It is a little intense because it's got, I think, 7 different point of views, and there's like 2 in like the past, as in like the 1200s, and then 1 or 2 in the present, in the recent past, and then 1 in the future. And so it's kind of a lot, but it's really good. I got it at Costco. My Brilliant Friend, I haven't read it yet. There's an HBO series. That one's a little bit maybe more like these, not necessarily lit fic, but still. Life of Pi, masterpiece. Secret History, Death Comes at the End. That one I got for a reading competition in high school, and I never finished it. It's Agatha Christie, so classic murder mystery, but A Wrinkle in Time. I saw the movie and was like, I just know that those books are an absolute masterpiece, so got the first one, read it, it's amazing. I want to get the other ones because they're just so like funky. Like A Wrinkle in Time, I think the next one's called A Swiftly Tilting Planet, and then I can't remember the third one because they're such strange names, but I think that's why they're so enticing. This book, let me tell you about this. It's literally just called S, but if you know the director, J.J. Abrams, he, I guess you could say, directed this book, helped produce this book, but it's a book, so it's not a movie. I don't know, confusing. He helped like write it, but he didn't like write it, if that makes sense. Doug Dorst, I think, did like the writing. I actually don't know too much about who did what, but I'm assuming JJ maybe had the idea or took the idea and helped develop it into a like storyline, and then Doug did like the writing and nitty gritty stuff. Anyway, it came sealed, and I like didn't even want to break the seal, but it's cool because it has this like library sticker on it, Dewey Decimal System and everything. And it's called, technically this book is called Ship of Theseus by V.M. Straka. And this might seem very confusing, but it's because the entire idea of it is that this book, I don't even know how to explain this. This is a library book that two different people were checking out and writing notes to each other and trying to uncover who this person V.M. Straka is, because it's a not pseudonym, it's like their alias. Literally has a book for loan stamp. This is the title page. And these look like notes. They're not my notes. It's like a guy and a girl talking about all of this stuff. It's got like letters in it. It's got a newspaper, a postcard from Brazil. Like, I don't know. This thing is crazy. It was like $30, but it's a book, so it's very easily justifiable. And I think I bought it for my birthday. Okay, halfway done. Let's go down a little. Or I guess I can just... Fourth Wing. This might be controversial, but I don't like these. The first one's good. I actually really liked the first one, I think. The second one was really long. I haven't read the third one because I think I need to reread the end of the second to get the third. I was so lost. It had been a year, and I don't know. It, I think, has potential, and I'm definitely going to give it another shot because I really did like the first one. We got the Percy Jackson series. I got this because, where is it? I think Titan's Curse is the one with somebody riding a Pegasus, and it's got Athena's daughter in it or whatever. That one was my favorite. Obviously, I don't remember too much, but I really liked those, and I got the sixth one, and the Percy Jackson series was coming out. And then Inkheart, I thrifted that. I saw that there was a movie a long time ago, and it seems like a really interesting concept. And then the Fablehavens, I thrifted all of these. The first two I think I just kept from like middle school. But then number 4 and 5 is a hardbound, and it's like, I think it's an ARC actually, which I didn't know what that meant until recently. It's like advanced reader's copy. So it's the ones that they print before they're actually like finally edited. So some of them have like errors and like edits and stuff. But I could have sworn that this was, maybe I lied, but I got it at an estate sale, and the lady was telling me how her dad knew Brandon Mole, or he was like a teacher, and so maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, the third one, those ones are a little bit tight. The third one I got at the same place I got Ghost Shadow Watchman and Alice in Wonderland. So we got The Giver. It's a classic. I think this is actually my brother's copy, but he doesn't have a place to put it, so it's on here. The 3 Candy Shop Wars, honestly, such great reads for 11 and 12-year-olds. But I reread them because the concept is just, it's really fun. A good in-between book. You do feel like you're reading at like a second grade reading level, though, I will say, which is who it's designed for. I'm not complaining. Also have almost all of the Michael V's. I can't remember. I think I have most of them from like high school when I got them. 8, 9, and 10 all came out recently. He started writing again, and so I've just been buying them as they came out. I still am missing 1 and 6, so if you have them in hardback, send them my way, please, if you find them. Michael Vey number 1 and number 6. I don't want to just buy new ones because I know that there's some out there that are not being used. Save the planet. This series, I don't even know what it's called, but the first book is called Found. The second book, this one's all about like time travel. I read the second book in 3rd grade. They're by Margaret Peterson Haddix, which it's like the coolest name ever. Margaret Peterson Haddix. I don't even know. That's just a cool name. I specifically remember reading Scent. I read Scent, and I read it for a book project, book report. Oh my gosh, that's like giving me flashbacks. I haven't read these last 2, so I found this one at one of those like book exchange like little libraries, I think is what they're called, where you leave a book and you take a book. So bam. And then those two I got thrifting, I think. Most of them I got when I worked at the thrift store. So Rent Collector, that's from Maddie, thank you. Jump in the Swan, I've just had that. I think I got it at a book fair and just never, whatever. This is like a super bougie copy of Sherlock Holmes that I just have. I think I thrifted it as well. Frankenstein, but it's a graphic novel. Also stole this from Madison. Heart of Darkness, I read this as one of the, we had to read this in AP Lit, and this is the annotated version of it with all like the context. Norton Critical Edition, because the actual book is tiny. It's like 90 pages, I feel like, if I'm remembering right. But it's so dense. This is Complete Works of William Shakespeare. I also got this at a little library. This is my Temu vacuum. It's dead. Book Thief, thrifted that one. This is bougie copy of Robin Hood from the Kerrigan Enai. Thank you very much. Another copy of The Alchemist. However, this one is in the most beautiful, glorious, wonderful, absolutely just, it speaks for itself. Shout out to Kirsten for getting me this for Christmas, because I love it. Thank you. Okay. The Iliad and the Odyssey. I got one at a thrift store and one at a used bookstore. Dante's Inferno. Well, it's technically the Divine Comedy, all three parts, separated into different books. The Penguin's Classic ones. Also a thrift store. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I actually bought that on Amazon because I think it was in All the Light We Cannot See or Cloud Cuckoo Land that they talk about. I'm pretty sure it was All the Light We Cannot See. They talk about 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and so I got that, and it's a classic. Lord of the Flies, again, another classic. I bought that one on Amazon. Catcher in the Rye. It's like a really old version of it. I think it's really cool. But it is like book. I thrifted that one. Same with, I have Anthem. If you haven't read that, it's kind of a crazy book. And then this really old copy of The Scarlet Letter. Like, copy. Like the pages are a vignette. Really good though. It's kind of dense. Well, I'm dense when I try to read it because it's kind of hard to read, in my opinion. But I got it because it was at the thrift store and it reminded me of Easy A, because that's what that's based on, I think. And then I thrifted this copy of Wuthering Heights because it's got little blue polka dots on the pages. They're making a movie. Jacob Elordi, Margot Robbie. Okay, I'm gonna lower this. These are all kind of random, like what was left, I guess. This is religious and self-help books. So, Standing for Something, Gordon B. Hinckley. A Case for the Book of Mormon by Tad Callister. This one's really interesting because it's going over factual evidence for the Book of Mormon rather than focusing, like, it is still like a spiritual book, but it's more so going over things like the anachronisms, stuff like that. Jesus the Christ by Talmage. This thing is humongous and really hard to read, but I think it's got good stuff in it. The Infinite Atonement. This one's all about Christ's atonement. Also by Callister. Really good book. My grandma, who some of you may know, Joyce, she is Catholic but loves Dieter F. Uchtdorf. And she gave me this book. It's called The Gospel at 30,000 Feet. Because he's a pilot and loves playing metaphors. Marvelous Work and a Wonder. I haven't read that one, but I got it from someone before, or when I graduated high school. Awakening the Buddha Within. This one I got at the thrift store. This one's called Our Paradise, and it's a prisoner of war diary memoir from the Vietnam War. It's really sad, but really good. This one's called Going Home. Jesus and Buddha as Brothers. Thrift store again. The Four Agreements. I got that from my friend Ellie Gabrielle. Thank you. And then this is two books, The Tao of Pooh and I think it's Day. It's T-E, but I think it's the Tay or the Day of Piglet. And it teaches Taoism through Winnie the Pooh characters. It's really interesting. Atomic Habits. I don't like self-help books. This is one of two that I actually recommend. And then Things Fall Apart. I read it in my senior year of high school as like an extra AP Lit reading. And really sad, but really informative. These two are like, I think I bought these off of TikTok. There's a third one, but I gave it to someone. But it's like the book where you write inside of it and then tear it out and destroy it. And then Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends. I thrifted this. It's falling apart, so it might need to be rebound, but I haven't picked that up as a hobby yet. So all the poetry of Robert Frost, because Robert Frost, legendary, also thrifted. I think most of these are thrifted. This is called Smoke from the Altar. It's just a compilation of poetry from an author. This beautiful book I thrifted. It's The Lilac House by, I think it's pronounced Carolyn Dupuy. But the cool thing about it is it came with this letter. It's like embossed in gold on the edges. It's really cool. But I think there were only like 500 of these made. It's in memory of the author, actually. This was from 1998. But they collected some poems that she hadn't like published and published them. Yeah, crazy. Oh, and then I also thrifted these. One is upside down, but this one is a Japanese origami book. And then this one is just a Chinese paper folding book. And it's actually where I made that tower, if you recognize it. And then I have 3 copies of this, Kane's Jawbone. It's one where it's like a murder mystery, but you have to take the pages out because they're all in the wrong order. And I got one from my friend, and the other 2 I thrifted just to have because it's a cool gift. I got these in this little bookstore in Venice, and I just thought this one is so cool. It's like a clear cover. I thought that was absolutely amazing. Oh, it's falling apart. But yeah, it just is like really cool. Can't read it because I don't know Italian, but maybe one day. And then a French textbook, whatever. I have Don Quixote de la Mancha. I was in a Spanish class and we were writing like critiques on Don Quixote and like literary analysis, so I bought it for, to read. It's really hard Spanish, I'll say that. I'm also Slytherin, and my friend Kerrigan bought me this little Slytherin book to put by my Harry Potter books. I have like a hardcover of the first one, I don't know from where, but then I have Tales of Beedle and the Bard. I've never read that. I think it's related to Harry Potter. And then the box set, just like the classic plaid ones. But then I have the first 3 of the Mina Lima special editions. Shout out to Kerrigan for putting me on these. But they're like fully illustrated and they have like all these cool things. It's kind of like the Ship of Theseus book I showed you. So those are cool. Sad because they just announced they're only doing the 4th one and then they're done because I don't know what happened, but it's sad. And then I have my Dungeons and Dragons books. I've only ever played a few times, but I really got into it for a little bit and was like trying to make a campaign, and so I bought those books. And yeah, then I have my records. Most of those are from my parents when they gave me my record player for my birthday. But then I have Depression Cherry by Beach House and Seven by Beach House that I got when I went to their concert. And the Depression Cherry one is like red velvet. It is the most amazing thing ever. And then I have a Bon Iver one, but I can't remember what one it is. I'm not the most avid. Someone gave it to me, so it's good. I'm happy to have it, but I couldn't tell you the title. And then I have 2 albums from the Carpenters that my friend gave me because I love the Carpenters. I feel like I have There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard by Lana because of the song Margaret. I literally just bought it for that song. And there's good ones on there, but that one is just peak. Yeah, that's about it. That's my bookshelf. I'm sad to leave it, but it's not forever. If you live in Smithfield or nearby and you want to come check out a book, text me, or probably text my parents or whoever. Come and borrow it. Be nice to them, but they're meant to be read. So that's the thing is, I'm obviously nice to my books, but they're meant to be used, so they don't need to stay perfect. And yeah,